What's up, guys? Today we're talking about a little bit about home security. I already filmed an intro to this video once. It was 2 weeks ago, almost exactly, and I had purchased this Ring home security system from Amazon. Amazon owns the company Ring, and you may know them from the video doorbell. That's what they started out with. So it had came to my attention that some really unsavory looking people were hanging out on my property while my wife and I were at work. Most days I work open shifts and she's a teacher, so we're both gone fairly early. And these people had been hanging out in my backyard, which has a security fence around it, but not as secure since there's no gate. Got to work on that. But nonetheless, they have no business being on my property. So my neighbor had seen them, apparently didn't think anything of it for whatever reason, that there were 5 dirtball looking people in my backyard. I don't know what that says about me, but that was a Friday morning. Fast forward to Monday morning, 3 of those 5 people were back. They were on my front porch, along both sides of my house, and in my backyard, on my back deck. She said she assumed that, obviously this is strange. I'm going to go tell him. They may have been looking for packages or whatever, or just trying to break in. When I left for work that morning, I actually saw them walking down my hill. So when she started describing them, I knew exactly who they are. Fast forward 3 days, and boom, I've got a security system. So, it's not cheap, but compared to other security systems, it is cheap. And again, I said I filmed this intro already once before. I did a complete unboxing, but I did it super early in the morning because I had worked night shift the rest of that week, and then my father-in-law came over to help me install everything because I don't have an extension ladder and I bought a floodlight. So I needed a little bit of help. We were like, oh, let's do it around noon. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go downstairs and film an unboxing. So I'm sitting there like 6:30, 7 a.m. just drinking my coffee, sitting on the couch, and I get a call like, hey, I'm on my way over. Well, damn. Okay, so that's like, 3 or 4 hours early. So I bring everything downstairs, open up the box, and I did the unboxing video and kind of did that whole spiel I just did a couple of minutes ago. Anyway, no unboxing, and everything's installed. I've been using it for 2 weeks. This is what we have. First off, the Ring alarm system. Now this is their complete home monitoring. It doesn't have a camera with it, but you can add the cameras to it. So it comes with a base, a motion detector, 1 door or window magnetic clasp, so if they separate, the alarm would go off if the window's open or the door's open, and your keypad. So I have this installed with the app. You can do whole home monitoring. It's $10 a month. You've got unlimited backup on your videos and things if you have the cameras attached, obviously. And they also give you an app called Neighbors where you can see other people that would post things in the neighborhood app. So it's cool that you can see that, and you can set your neighborhood radius. A buddy of mine is getting one of these, and he's right outside my radius, so I stretched it to reach him. So it's pretty cool in that aspect. You can arm and disarm from the app. It's really, really simple to use, and you can tweak all of your camera settings that you set up through the app itself. We also picked up the Ring Floodlight camera. I have a floodlight on the side of the house, so I bought the floodlight camera to just replace it, essentially, because that's the side of my house, the driveway, and where there's no gate that goes right into my fenced-in backyard. So all that is covered. This actually records in 1080. It has a built-in siren to it that is 110 decibels. I tested it outside, and it is really damn loud. It's got a 2-way talk mode on it, so from your app, if you're inside or you're wherever and someone comes up and hits the motion detector, you can set your LED floodlights to pop on. It's going to automatically do it if it's nighttime, and you can talk to said individual or just say, hey, get the hell off my lawn, whatever you want to do. I also bought another pack of the magnetic contact sensors because I have 3 doors: basement door, back door, and my front door. So I've got one on all 3, and I'm going to save this for the next video because I don't want this to run super long, but this is the Ring Video Doorbell 2. It will be in the next video that comes out. Let's just kind of dive into it. I already have this, like I said, I already have all this installed. And I've got the Ring app on my phone. Only takes you a couple of minutes to actually set up your account. So up here where it says Fairmont, that's the city I live in. If you drop that down, you can add more addresses to where, like maybe your work office or your parents' house or whoever, and you want to monitor theirs as well. You can do so with the same account. You choose which address you want to view. So here we've got disarmed, home, and away. The neighbors app, so my front door. And it says owner because you can set up other users on the account. Like I have, my wife is on the same account, so hers says owner also, but my father-in-law works 3 or 4 blocks away from here. So he's on there as a user. So his, I'm not sure what it says, but it doesn't say owner. So you can see side today, 10:35, 10:33, that's when I was outside kind of filming the doorbell for this, and then the side was when I was taking a photo, doing a little video of the floodlight. And the missed ring just on the doorbell. So you can go through, we've got rings for your doorbell. These are all motion sensors. This is your videos. You can replay these, you can delete these, and then you can set some as favorites. With the Neighbors app, you can set a new alert. So here's a break-in attempt. This was 6 months, well, I don't know how many months ago this was. But you can watch other people's. It's 5 months ago and it was less than a mile away from my house. So it doesn't look like too many people in my area have this. And then at the top we've got disarmed, home, and away. So if I'm leaving and I'm in a rush and I forget to set my alarm, I can click away. 60 seconds later, my home is, everything's set for the alarm. Home would be essentially if you're home alone or it's nighttime, you're going to bed, you hit home, so your motion sensors in the house aren't going to go off, but your door or window brackets, these will set off if the doors are opened. Obviously your cameras are armed, but they're going to be on 24/7 regardless, as long as the battery's good on them. So here's a live view, side of my yard right there, which is essentially my driveway. I have all of this up until that second to last bush up by the road as in motion, because I park in the front of the house, my wife parks right there at the base of the driveway, so that's not going to pick it up. You can pinch zoom and you can actually go pretty far. I can even see the parking space like across this little creek behind these trees and my fence. But you can talk to somebody with the green button, and if you want to end this, you just punch the little red button there, and it films for a couple of seconds and then turns off. Alright, so this is the keypad for the Ring alarm. I've got it here by my front door, so when we leave, when we walk in, we can hit it. So you would actually pop the code in that you set. It's a 4-digit code. And then to set the alarm, when you're going somewhere, you'd hit the away button. If you're staying home, like for the night, you would hit that you're away but home. And this is going to activate your outside and your door sensors. And then obviously the X is turning it off. Well, you've got about 60 seconds to get out of the house and shut the door once you've set the alarm, and then vice versa, about 60 seconds to turn it off. Now from here, up on the top of the front door. I've got 3 of these, one at each door. One of them comes with it. So I've got this, it's actually screwed in to the door frame. And this one here is on just a sticky strip that they supply. Since this was a metal door, I went ahead and did that aside from drilling into it. And this is magnetic, so whenever the door opens, if it is set, it'll set the alarm off. And it does trigger the base, even if the alarm's not off and you open it, you can probably still hear it. Hear that little sound that it makes. The base is actually in the next room over here. It's kind of a storage room, so I'm not going to go in there. But it is fairly loud enough that I can hear it throughout the entire upstairs if the alarm goes off, or even if just one of the doors is open, I can hear that sound play through the entire upstairs of the house. So it's pretty loud.
Is the Ring motion detector. Really didn't need one of these, but it came with the system, so I figured I would install it. And my basement is ground level, so my windows are at your feet when you walk by, so someone could easily kick a window in and hop in. This would pick up all the windows over here, so that's a plus.
All right, and so everything is really easy to install. The hardest, like literally the hardest thing to do was disconnect my old floodlight, for the simple fact that the screws were pretty rusty. And the people that had this house before us didn't label what breaker it went to. So it hooks right up from where your old one, you connect your wires, screw the base into it. If you don't have one, you probably would want to get someone to professionally install it and run the ground cable. The connectors, I mean, obviously you saw in the video, wood paneling, so I screwed the small part in. And all of my doors are metal, so I used the adhesive and stuck it to the metal piece of the door. All you gotta do is make sure that you line the notches up. Everything runs off its own battery. They all come with a battery. And then the motion detector, literally just screwed it onto the wall, popped it in. They take like a minute to set up into the app. And as soon as you pop the little plastic piece out that keeps the battery from engaging, your app automatically starts picking it up and adding it to the system. So that's really cool. If you buy one that didn't come with the said system, like these, you scan a little barcode on each device, like QR, and it adds it to the system automatically. Super simple to do. They said it was an easy setup. I didn't think it would be that easy, if I'm being honest with you. So that's that. I dig it so far. You know, we do I've said it before, we do affordable tech, and I've kind of gone out of the price range, but for home security, this is affordable tech. So pretty positive this was $150. The alarm system itself was $200, and the additional contact sensors, they were $30. Everything pretty much comes with a monthly subscription. I like the fact that this one is $10 a month. I can have up to 100 devices on my base. I didn't film the base because, again, it's in our storage room next to my router, and it's a mess in there. But there's no, with that $10 a month, there's no contract with it. I can cancel it anytime. You get 1 month free, and I'm still in my 1 month free. I'm definitely going to sign up and pay the $10 a month, because what's an extra $10 to having a peace of mind that my house is fairly secure. So if the alarm would go off, the siren would go, and if that doesn't deter them, obviously I'm going to get a phone call, and the police are going to get a phone call. Hopefully never have to deal with any of that. Hopefully just the little Ring stickers and the motion cameras, the lights, everything will just deter them to begin with. I like it, and we'll do a video for next week on the doorbell. So yeah, if you have a security system, or if you have Ring, or you have any additional questions about Ring, or if I said something wrong and you have a Ring, let me know, because so far so good, and it's fun to watch what's going on when I'm at work. Anyway, long video, apologize. Leave a like if you liked the video, share it, Any comments would be awesome. Dislike it if you hated this, whatever. But until then, I'll see you next week in the next video. I need more of that.